Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have tried to do this video a couple times already. One time my battery died. Yeah, I should really pay more attention to that and charge it a little bit more. So today we're going to talk about Samhain. This was my first Samhain. It was actually my first witchy holiday that I have celebrated so far, and I am kind of obsessed with the holiday. It interests me a lot. I am really into Halloween and creepy stuff and all that, so like the aesthetic around it is kind of what caught my eye. Am I orange? I hope not. I hope I'm not orange. If I'm orange, oh well. I really don't want to do this video again. Maybe it's because of light on. Hold on. Okay, I'll look less orange. I don't know what the deal is. Anyways, there are a few things around Samhain that struck my interest that we're going to talk about, as well as how I tried to celebrate it. It didn't go so well. But one of the things is that it is when the veil is the thinnest, so apparently when you want to communicate with the dead, this is the best time to do so. However, it's not the only time the veil is thin. It's also a time to communicate with and honor your ancestors, which is pretty cool. Now, the things that I found the most interesting are the next three I'm going to talk about, which are pretty interesting. So there was an Irish tradition that children would go door to door singing in exchange for soul cake. Does that sound familiar? Then around this time they wore creepy masks and like monsters and all that jazz to confuse the evil spirits so they didn't come for them, I guess, which is interesting. Also, sound familiar? I don't know about other countries, but here in America, Halloween and trick-or-treating are a pretty big thing, which we'll get to that in a minute. This last one I actually found the most interesting, which I didn't know anything about until I looked up Samhain, but it's the how jack-o'-lanterns got their name, and it goes with the legend of Stingy Jack, which I'm gonna look this way because I don't want to screw up the story, which I did the last time that I tried to record this video, because I'm very bad with telling stories, so I'm just going to read from this. Anyways, basically Stingy Jack was a man that was stingy, obviously. It says people have been making jack-o'-lanterns at Halloween for centuries. The practice originated from an Irish myth about nicknamed Stingy Jack. According to the story, Stingy Jack invited the devil to have a drink with him. True to his name, Stingy Jack didn't want to pay for his drink, so he convinced the devil to turn himself into a coin that Jack could use to buy their drinks. Once the devil did so, Jack decided to keep the money and put it into his pocket, next to his silver cross, which prevented the devil from changing back into his original form. Then, Jack eventually freed the devil, under the condition that he would not bother Jack for 1 year, and that should Jack die, he would not claim his soul. The next year, Jack again tricked the devil into climbing into a tree to pick a piece of fruit. While he was up in the tree, Jack carved a sign of the cross into the tree's bark so that the devil could not come down until the devil promised Jack not to bother him for 10 more years. Soon after Jack died, as the legend goes, God would not allow such an unsavory figure into heaven. The devil, upset by the trick Jack had played on him, do you blame him? And keeping his word not to claim his soul, would not allow Jack into hell. He sent Jack off into the dark night with only a burning coal to light his way. Jack put the coal into a carved out turnip and has been roaming the earth with ever since. The Irish began to refer to this ghostly figure as Jack of the lantern, and then simply jack-o'-lantern. And then in Ireland and Scotland, people began to make their own versions of jack-o'-lanterns by carving scary faces into turnips or potatoes and placing them into windows or near doors to frighten away stingy Jack and other wandering evil spirits. So I found that really interesting, and it's also interesting that before jack-o'-lanterns they carved them into turnips, which is also interesting. Now, here in Iowa, we actually have trick-or-treating the day before Halloween, which I found really weird. And recently I found that other states in America actually do it on the 31st. So I am highly confused as to why we're on the 30th. If you're from Iowa, please comment below and let me know the history behind that, because it makes no sense to me. And so on the 30th is Beggars Night, when typically kids go door to door trick-or-treating. However, all weekend they have small events. So Friday and Saturday we actually, which would have been the 29th, 30th, we actually went to trunk or treats, which was pretty cool, went really well, and was really fun.
Go, get there.
Yeah,
Throw it in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, he has the ring there.
God, they're over there. Right there. Oh, God. Thank you.
Make sure you say hi to our dog.
They got drinks over there. I want one so bad.
Then on the 31st, I was extremely tired from Friday and Saturday. So I'm like, we're not going anywhere today. And like, I had a whole list planned of what I was going to do today or Sunday for Samhain. However, I started not feeling good. So I only had enough energy to fix my altar and light a white candle to the ancestors. And I tried to pray to them or whatever, but I couldn't connect to them. My altar is empty right now because we moved it from the bedroom to here, so I gotta go through that all again. I had a dream catcher in the form of a heart for my grandmother because she made dream catchers. And then my dog's ashes that was already above the altar before it got there, because I don't really know much of my ancestor history, so all I have is my grandma and my dog. But however, after that, I have been really into ancestors. So I actually got a book called Honoring Your Ancestors, and I kind of want to get one of those ancestor DNA things done to see like where I come from and all that jazz. I did want to put together my mala, or more of my mala, because I'm learning to make a mala. How many times can I say mala? Oh my lord. But I didn't make it that far. And then after that, I really don't remember what I did. I probably went to bed because I was really tired that day and didn't feel good. Plus, I was exhausted from the other 2 days taking my kid to trunk or treats. We did go to something on a Thursday too, which would have been the 28th, but it was really stupid and I just don't count it. It was supposed to be for the library, but like, you got like 4 pieces of candies and look. There really wasn't many vendors at all, even though they hyped it up. So it was pretty disappointing and kind of a waste of our time to even go. Luckily, Gus still had fun. I seemed kind of excited, but we also went out and bought him candy that day because he really didn't get any. So, that's how I spent that weekend. Let me know how you spent Halloween or Samhain or both in the comments below. I'd like to hear everybody's stories. Till next time. Bye guys.